Okay, so Swarmz has uploaded a video titled The Truth About the Fight, and he's talking about his recent boxing match with KSI. Now, before we get into reviewing this video and talking about and going through what Swarmz is talking about here in this video, I'm going to give a disclaimer. This disclaimer is to Swarmz directly if he manages to watch this video at any point. Swarmz, I don't know you very well, but the level of respect that I would have had for you anyway hasn't gone anywhere. It isn't lowered. It's at the same point that it would be and what I give to anybody in your profession. Right? So you haven't lost any respect from that boxing match in my eyes. I'm also going to give this to you guys here that are watching this video. Boxing is a hard sport. It's difficult, especially when you go up in weight class. It can be very, very difficult. It's not as easy as it looks. There's a lot that you need to balance. It's a balancing act in there in the ring, as well as somebody trying to take your head off and knock you out. So it can be very difficult. With that said, let's get into this. I'm going to turn down the initial part of the video because there is some music that plays, so I don't want that strike. So let's go. I'm going to wait for the music to finish now. You can probably hear it from my headphones. Music done? Okay, Swarmz.
And the reason why I'm here is to talk about the fight that everyone saw against KSI. My first ever boxing fight, ever.
Yeah, I'll pause it there already. Right, so we're talking about his first ever boxing fight. First ever, and it's a professional fight. No head guards. Right, that's difficult. It's a hard thing to do. Let's continue.
Ever. Truthfully, I had my mum, my brethren and that coming up to me, and a lot of fans were coming up to me like, it looked like you could have gone on. I could have gone on, but my legs, like, you know what it was? It was just a mental thing.
Bro, mentally speaking, when you're getting into that ring, right, you're thinking, like, every man's got that, like an ego. There's an ego that comes with being born into a type of male environment, right? Especially as a black man, there's a weight there. There's a weight. I'm not saying that white guys, Asian guys, Indian guys don't have that same thing. I'm just saying I know my culture, right? So in black male culture, there is, like, especially when you're surrounded by other black men, it's like you have to carry yourself in a certain way. So that's what it's talking about here, and also the mental weight that you're carrying in the ring. It's a boxing match. There's a lot. There's all these people watching you. You basically trying not to feel the sting of, like, oh, you've just taken a hit. Someone might be laughing in the crowd. You might catch that. You know what I mean? It can hurt your pride. You know, so that's what we're talking about here. That's what I mean by ego, and I think that's what he's touching on there.
Done what I had to do. People was telling me I couldn't lose the weight and that, so me losing the weight, I already won the fight in my head. Getting in the ring is crazy. Like, everyone's obviously showed me. It was mad what I done in it, so I won in my head. Even though I don't win the fight, I still won. You get me? In my heart, I won. A lot of people are asking me,
hey, the shots. Everyone noticed the shots there, doing the slow-mo camera shots and that. It's like, man's showing, man's got pee, you know what I mean? This ain't no, like, run-of-the-mill vlog. He's not just sitting there with one camera on his Todd. There's somebody there with a camera not doing the job, you know what I'm saying? Let's go.
Did I throw the fight on purpose? Did I do it for this side of money? Did I do that? Literally, I went in the fight thinking I could win. I'm a born winner. People doubt me every single time. They laugh at me, they always chat shit about me, and I always find myself at the top of situations and always doing a madness. So I obviously thought I could have done a miracle again. But obviously when I've stepped in the ring, and I felt, I'm not gonna lie, I felt one of his punches, and I said, yo, my man's been working hard. I've seen that he's been getting mad training and that, innit? I felt it. Like, he's even said to me, like, you done your thing, innit? Like, I thought I was gonna knock you out first round. But yeah, I'm not gonna...
You know what? There's things that you take, from the street. When you're on the street and you get into a rough and a tumble on the street, or you're going through some dark times and you're going through some things, there's a way that you can look at somebody and you're right. Like, you look at someone and they're like, yeah, you can take them. Like, you know, like, you're just like, oh, yeah, I can do that. Right? So it's like, yo, let me try that. Right? So obviously, like, that, there's a difference in the ring. When you're in a boxing ring and you're boxing, all you're doing is punching with your fist, bro. And if somebody's trained, if it's just flat out, it doesn't matter who it is, if they've trained harder in the art of boxing, bro, Yeah, it's a boxing match, like, you know what I mean? So big up Swarmz for admitting, like, you know, man's been training, it's been paying off, and that KSI's been training.
Yeah, it's serious. It is a hard thing, but I'm a born winner and I will bounce back. Example, Deji lost about 2-3 fights, and I witnessed Deji doing a fuckery. Deji put on a show. I can't lie, big up to him. He surprised me a lot. I didn't think he was gonna go in like that. Like the guy that he was fighting, I was in the hotel with him and he looked quite. Do you get me?
So I'm saying boxing being different, man.
It's a mental thing. You just gotta work hard and do your thing. You get me?
There's some of these shots that I think whoever's filmed it and edited it, right, they missed, like, some of the background noise should have been cut there. Because, like, when Swarmz was talking, like, you'd hear, like, a boom, like someone dropped on a table or something. I'm like, yo, man. Just a heads up to whoever's filming and editing this one.
Be real. Give me 6 months, 7 months, 8 months in the lab, in the gym. If I'd done that in 2 weeks, yeah, I've lost 12 kg in 20 days. In a year. Like, imagine what I would do. I lasted to the second round. Imagine what I'll do to these YouTubers, these Joe Wellers, these Wasabis, all these guys that are claiming, you know, all these guys that have been.
Hey, there's one dark horse there, man, that you mentioned there. Joe Weller. Now keep in mind, Joe Weller's been around the mill, you know, bro. You gotta watch out for Joe Weller, bro. He's a dark horse, bro. He can come out of nowhere and catch your spark out and clean. The reason why I say that is because he's been in the ring with Conor Ben, right, for a jokey vlog. That means he's potentially trained with Conor Ben, like light sparring. But that's still something. He probably has been trained or has trained with some of the trainers that Conor Ben has. Right, so I keep note of these things. I'm like, yo, hey, you gotta watch who's training with who and who's doing what, man, because yo, Joe Weller's been in the ring with Conor Ben, even just as a presence and seeing and watching and learning. That's a different thing. Close-up boxing is different to being watching from the stands when you're seeing the final full product. Trust me, when you're training and that and you're catching little things, this is why training footage can be so dangerous.
Training for years and dedication, innit? Like, I ain't done, innit? I'm a born winner. And I'm coming back. Everyone's asking, am I gonna get back in the ring? Are you gonna call
What's
that
up with this
Deji?
shot?
Are you gonna call that Joe Weller? Wasabi? Whoever the weather. Of course I have. Of course I have. My eyes. No blood. Look, my face ain't. Look. I look good. Look. Money made. Look. I'm touched. Of course I am. 6 months. 6 months. Give me that. You will see. I've got a surprise for you.
Yo, one thing I say is he's making a good point here. This is a good point. He done that in a short space of time. Even though he didn't come out on top, and he was still brave enough to get in the ring. You gotta respect somebody that gets into the ring. I know I seem to be bigging up Swarmz quite a bit in this one, but like, trust me, boxing is a different sport. It's a different sport. I've done different contact sports, but boxing seems to be one that's like a there's something there, man. Like closing the gap seems to be more difficult, even though they're not using push kicks. Like, it's just, there's something that's just like, oh yeah, like, you know what I mean? But anyway, let's Swarmz talk for the last bit of the video, then we'll conclude.
Watch. I got a question for everyone watching this video, though. Who do you not want to see me fight next? Put it in below in the comments. Madman from the like or song.
I'm going to pause there so the music don't play. Alright, Swarmz has asked a question to everybody who's watching this video. So, who would I like to see Swarmz fight next? I don't know. This is the reason why I'm saying I don't know is because the YouTube boxing scene, to me, in my mind, is still quite early. It's still early. Even though it's evolving, it's becoming something else entirely. And it's now becoming like sort of its own division. There's belts. It's still early for me to pick opponents against who. So there's some people that I could think, yo, maybe, but I'm like, are they ready to fight? Who knows? Is this person ready to fight? Good question, though. I like the way he concluded that. So you guys, let me know what you think of this Swarmz video as well, yo. Let me know in the comments. I thought I'd make a reaction to this video to let you know my thoughts, my insight to what Swarmz is saying here. He looks relaxed. He looks like he's recovered. He looks like he's in a good mood considering what he just went through, which is a good thing. You know what I mean? Guys ready to bounce back already? He's already picking the next fighter. Probably take the 6 months first, and then get ahead, and then probably call that out. But he's done this quite early. He's done this while it's still hot, if you will, which is good. It's a good little thing to do. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash the thumbs up. There's some more content here on the channel. This is a new type of content I decided to do. Experiment a little bit with the channel. Press that thumbs up. Comment in the comment section. See you in the next one. You are awesome.